Yes. Let us see the comparison between simple diffusion, facilitated diffusion and active transport. See here. Let us take with a property how simple diffusion shows that property and how facilitated diffusion shows that property and how active transport shows that property. We will see one by one. And see here, required or requirement of membrane proteins. Membrane proteins. Membrane proteins means which are carrier proteins. For this simple diffusion, there is no requirement of membrane proteins because it is taking place along with concentration gradient. For facilitated diffusion, membrane carrier proteins are required and active transport also needs membrane carrier proteins. And selectivity, how we can say the selectivity is high or less. The process is highly selective, we can say, where here in simple diffusion that is not highly selective because any molecule can be moving from high concentration to low concentration. Facilitated diffusion is highly selective and active transport is also highly selective. Active transport and facilitated diffusion high. How? Because the facilitated diffusion is carried by the carrier proteins, channel proteins. That channel proteins select a few molecules to cross. Same active transport also, that is selectivity. And this transport saturation. Saturation means all molecules are being moved. Okay. Here in simple diffusion there is no transport saturation because there is no carrier proteins. Facilitated diffusion and active transport where all the carrier molecules are under saturation. Saturation means all are functioning, then the rate of movement will be maximum. That is one thing. Okay. And uphill transport. Uphill transport means what is uphill transport? From low concentration to high concentration is not taking place in simple diffusion. In facilitated diffusion, due to presence of some carrier proteins, there is uphill transport. In active transport also there is uphill transport. Sorry, uphill transport is not seen in facilitated diffusion because there is no involvement of energy. Uphill transport is seen in active transport only because there is expenditure of energy. Then ATP requirement, energy requirement. No energy requirement is there in simple diffusion and facilitated diffusion. Why? Why? Because the movement is along with the concentration gradient. Concentration gradient from high concentration to low concentration, along with the concentration gradient there is a movement, so there is no need of ATP. But active transport needs energy in the form of ATP because transport is against the concentration gradient. Against the concentration gradient movement is there, so that there is a need of ATP, which is energy. Okay, this is a simple comparison between simple diffusion, facilitated diffusion and active transport. Note down this. Yeah, completed. Good. Very good. Can you please give the two? Any other only for what? Any other? Can you please give that any other only for today? What any other? What only other? Any other? Today I will not be able to take attendance. Okay, okay. Okay. You can take leave, no problem. Okay, then when I upload the recording, yeah, Vaishika, if you are unable to attend the class, you can leave, no problem. You can leave and inform to attendance marking faculty that you informed me. They will mark attendance, no problem. Then you can watch the recordings when they are uploaded. Enough. Yeah. Next, see that plant water relations. Plant water relations. How water is related for the transport in plants and everything. Okay. Here, if you see this water is essential for all physiological activities. Water is essential for all physiological activities of plants. What are all physiological activities? Metabolism and everything, they are taking place in presence of water only. Okay. It is very important in living organism, and it is a medium of solvent for all substrates. Whatever the metabolites or the compounds which are present in a living organism, all living organisms are being dissolved in water. It provides a medium as a solvent. Okay, here the protoplasm of cell is nothing but water, you know. The protoplasm of cell is water with different molecules. Different molecules like proteins, lipids, carbohydrates, they are present. The entire protoplasm of a cell is nothing but water. Different molecules are present. If you see here, what is the water content of a cell? Every cell has 70 to 90% of water. Each and every cell, 70 to 90% of water is there. If you see watermelon is there now. That watermelon has more than 92% of water. Has above 92% of water is present in watermelon. Watermelon fruit. Okay, it has more than 92% of water. Okay, here if you see herbaceous plants, only 10 to 15% of dry weight is there, remaining totally water only. Herbaceous plants, sorry, I will give you right correctly. Herbaceous plants have less water, sorry. Herbaceous plants have 10 to 15% of dry matter. In total dry matter, 10 to 50% of fresh weight is present. Most herbaceous plants only fresh weight, 10 to 15% dry matter, remaining totally water only. Okay. Here, if you see, water distribution is different in different parts of plants. Water distribution differs in plant pots. Different plant pots have different amounts of water. Here, soft tissues are there. Soft pots have more water. Soft pots means like leaf or fruits, like that. Wood is very hard. That wood is hard, that has low water content. Wood has very little amounts of water, not more amounts. Wood has very little amount of water. If you see here, seeds, take a seed. A seed appears dry. Seed may be appearing dry, but has little amounts of water. Even a seed is looking dry, it has little amounts of water. Seed has water content which is responsible for seed viability. Seed viability is maintained with the help of water only. Okay? Seed is appearing dry, but it has little amounts of water. Otherwise, the seed will be dead or die. Otherwise, that means if there is no water, seed is not living. Seed will get damaged if there is no water in the seed. So that is water important. Here some more examples we see. If you see terrestrial plants like mesophytes which are living on ground, they also have different contents of water. You copy this, then we will see that. Vimal joined now. Vimal, why you joined late? Vimal, why did you join late? Okay. See here some more relativeness of water with plant bodies. What is your doubt? What is herbaceous plants? Herbaceous plants are those which have weak stem. Soft stem plants are herbaceous plants. How examples are? Herbaceous plants, non-woody, without wood, no wood, like some fruits, tomato, brinjal, like that, without wood, that plants are called as herbaceous. Grasses, like that. Then, if you see terrestrial plants means which are living on earth or ground, mesophytes, that take up large amounts of water. They will uptake very large amounts of water daily, but most of that daily, but most of its water content is lost through evaporation, which is called as transpiration. Write evaporation only. All plants which are growing on soil, land, they will uptake huge amounts of water. One plant can take up 1 liter or 2 liters per day, like that. It is varying from plant to plant. They are taking more amounts of water, but most of the water is lost due to evaporation. Where evaporation is taking place? Evaporation within leaves. That evaporation is called what? Transpiration. Loss of water vapor through stomata of leaves is called as the transpiration. By transpiration, there is loss of water. Okay, see here one example. A mature corn plant, corn, maize plant, that plant can absorb 3 liters of water per day. If water is available adequate, if water is adequately available, a corn plant can absorb almost 3 liters of water in a day. Okay, and a mustard plant can absorb water equal to plant weight. What is the size of the plant? Weight of the plant equal to its weight, it will absorb water within 5 hours. In 5 hours, it can absorb water equal to its body weight. Suppose 1 kg weight is there, not one, that much size weight is not there in mustard plant. Suppose half kg, if half kg weight is there in a mustard plant, means that can absorb half kg of water within 5 hours. Within 5 hours, it is required. Okay, here it is what? Water is a limiting factor. A limiting factor of growth. Growth and development of a plant is majorly controlled by the water level because it is high demand. Because of its high demand. Why? Water is not available all areas all the time. So water has more demands on earth. As water is more demanded factor, it is a limiting factor which is responsible for growth and productivity. The growth of the plants and production of the food, especially in agriculture and in environment, water acts as a major factor of the growth in agriculture also. So that means, write that point, productivity in agriculture and environment. In environment also, plants are growing and they are producing food that is taken by wild animals, not wild animals, wild animals or birds, everything is depending on water only, water levels. If water is well available, then agriculture crops will grow well and more yield can be given. Even in agriculture and environment also, water is very important factor for the growth and productivity. Okay, note down these points. Then we will see about the properties of water, like water potential, like that. Complete? Yeah, copied. Good. Lohitni, what is your marks yesterday? What is your mark yesterday? You didn't attempt the test. Why? Why? I know you didn't attempt the test. Why? Sumedha, our co-host, managing the Google Drive folders. Sumedha, somewhat you have to focus more on test also. I didn't answer the test due to fever and headache. Okay, okay. Get well soon. Get well soon. Okay? Sumedha, Botany 111. Good, Elil. Sumedha, do you feel burden of uploading this Google Drive, downloading and uploading in Google Drive? Is it difficult for your preparation? That uploading and downloading and uploading of recorded lectures, is it giving any effect on your preparation, Sumedha? No. No means okay, no problem. Yes. Next, water relations. Water relations we are discussing. In that water relations, next one, water potential. Water potential. What is this water potential? Especially when we discussed about diffusion. Diffusion potential is developed, dP. That diffusion potential is responsible for movement of a substance from high concentration to low concentration. Here also, the movement of water is depending on some factors like water potential, solute potential, like that. It is helpful. Water potential is helpful to understand water movement. To understand water movement, whether it is a long distance transport or short distance transport. Long distance transport, which is carried by xylem phloem. Short distance transport by diffusion or that active transport. Some other methods are also there, like osmosis. We'll see that imbibition, plasmolysis, some more are there. So to understand that water movement in plants, that water potential will be helpful. Okay? Here, this water potential, what is water potential is maintained means, water potential is mainly based on solute potential. Solute potential. Here water potential, potential symbol psi, water potential psi W. Solute potential, which we can write psi S, and pressure potential. Pressure potential. This pressure potential we will write psi P. Psi S and psi P are two factors which are maintaining water potential. Water potential is maintained by solute potential and pressure potential. These are two terms. Before going to that potential, how potential is developed? What is the reason for that energy of potential? Let us see. So under that, first see a term, free energy. What is the free energy? What is the free energy? Every substance in their ground state, they have a particular amount of energy. That is what we call free energy. Okay, a substance is definitely having a particular amount of energy, which is called as free energy. So that energy may be converted from potential energy to kinetic energy. Energy liberated from a substance when it converted from potential energy to kinetic energy. From potential energy to kinetic energy. Potential energy means stationary. Kinetic energy means moving. That energy which is liberated from conversion of a substance from its potential energy to kinetic energy, that is what we call free energy. Every substance in their ground state, they have particular amount of energy. Okay, here this free energy is what? Capacity of molecules to perform work. This is its or free energy. Explains how capacity is generated for molecules to conduct or to do work. What is work? If any energy is involved in a process, then it is said to be work. What is energy? The capacity which is required to do a work, that is called as energy. Capacity to do work is called as energy. And what is work? If any amount of energy is involved in a process, then we can say some work is done, or a substance is moved from one place to another place. Something energy is involved means then we can say work is done. To do that work, there is amount of some energy. Okay, see here, free energy. Pure water, if you take pure water, that pure water has maximum free energy. Pure water has maximum free energy. Pure water, only H2O molecules without any other solutes, that has maximum free energy. Addition of solutes, if any solutes are added, that will decrease free energy of water. If any solute is added to water means then free energy of water will be decreased. See here, suppose pure water is there only H2O, then it has some amount of energy. Suppose 1 liter is there, in 1 liter pure water only H2O molecules are there means it has all 1 liter water molecules have particular free amount of energy. If you total that all free energy of every water molecule, then it will give some result, maximum free energy. Suppose in 1 liter of water molecule, if any solutes are added, like salt, sugar, any solute is added means same 1 liter is taken, but any solutes are added means what will happen? In that 1 liter, water content is less now due to addition of some solute particles. When solute particles are present in that water, this total it is 1 liter, no change. But solutes occupy some volume. As solutes are occupying some volume, volume of the water will be decreasing. As volume of the water is decreasing, the total free energy of water molecule will also be decreasing. That is this point. Addition of solutes will decrease the decrease the free energy of water. Here, why? Because pure water moves freely. Movement of pure water in a medium is very free. Pure water moves freely. Otherwise, because we are comparing with another one also, so write more freely when, otherwise than water dissolved solutes. If you take one pure water solution, one pure water, and water with dissolved, water with dissolved particles, pure water too are there. When water with dissolved particles are there, this is not moving freely from cell to cell or in xylem like that. But pure water can move very freely. Pure water moves freely, which is more freely when solutes are present in the water. Okay. So free movement of water is decreased by the solutes. Solutes are dissolved in water means then there is a decrease. Here dissolving of solutes, less solutes means movement is somewhat decreased. More solutes means water movement is more decreased. Free, explain again once free energy. Okay, I will explain once again. Someone is asking, explain free energy once again. What is free energy means? Any substance in its ground state, it has some particular amount of energy. Suppose this is a substance, a pen. It is in stationary state. In stationary state, it has a potential energy. When it is moving, its potential energy is converting into kinetic energy. Yes, potential energy is converting into kinetic energy. That energy, what is present, that is called free energy. When potential energy is converting into kinetic energy, that energy liberated is called what? Free energy. Okay, that free energy is maximum for pure water. If any solutes are dissolved, then there is decreasing in the free energy of water. Okay, this is what the points I told you. Pure water moves freely than water with dissolved solutes. Water with dissolved solutes. Okay, here increase in solute concentration. If more solutes are there means decreases water movement. Water movement is decreased on increase in the solute concentration. That means here concentration of solutes, water movement is inversely proportional to solute concentration. Solute concentration is increasing means water movement will be decreasing. Okay, solute concentration is less or decreasing means then there is increase in the water concentration. Okay, and if you see free energy, that free energy is measured in terms of Avogadro number, you know. Okay, that Avogadro number of free energy present in 1 mole. What is Avogadro number? Free energy in 1 mole is measured in terms of Avogadro number. What is that? Yeah, 6 into 10 power 23. not 6.023. 6 into 10 power 23, which is called as Avogadro number. That is what free energy of 1 mole. Free energy is measured in terms of Avogadro number of chemical solvents. It is what called chemical potential. For chemical substances, we are calling it as chemical potential, and chemical potential is shown with a symbol. What is the symbol used to show Avogadro number? Na? No. Assigned with the symbol mu. That chemical potential is assigned a letter mu. Chemical potential. Okay. Here, in a medium, a water molecule possesses a kinetic energy. Every water molecule possesses a kinetic energy. Whether it is in water molecule is majorly seen in liquid form or water vapor, gaseous state. Here, there is random movement of water molecules in both liquid and gaseous forms of water. Yes or no? There is a rapid and random movement of water molecules. Why? In biomolecules, I think I told you there under biomicromolecules, the water has a fluidity. Why fluidity is there? Because there is a rapid formation and breakdown of hydrogen bonds between water molecules. Okay? Here, that random movement of water molecule is also seen. Write that point. Water molecule possess kinetic energy. Water molecules have kinetic energy in a medium. Kinetic energy. How kinetic energy? Due to movement of molecules in a medium. What is that movement? Here, random motion by formation and breakdown of water molecule. In liquid or gaseous. Gaseous means here vapor. In liquid or gaseous form, they have random motion. Water moves randomly. Randomly means non-directional movement. They are moving in any direction. Randomly movement. That is rapid movement. That rapid movement is also constant movement at a particular rate. Rate of movement is constant. And that rapid movement is what we are saying kinetic energy or water potential, right? This kinetic energy as a free energy, that kinetic energy is called as a free energy. That free energy is called what? Avogadro number. That is called what? Chemical potential. That means kinetic energy is measured in terms of potential. Here, if you see here, greater the concentration of water, greater the concentration of water. If water concentration is more, I told you, if water, pure water has more free energy. Free energy is maximum for pure water. So that greater the concentration in water concentration, greater is its kinetic energy. Water concentration is great. That means more means that water kinetic energy is also great. Water concentration is more means its kinetic energy is more. Kinetic energy is more means what? Because we are saying its free energy is more. Free energy is more means then that free energy is Avogadro number, which is potential is more. Yes, water chemical potential is more. So that is what we are saying, water potential. The chemical energy or kinetic energy of water is called as water chemical potential, or we are saying water potential. Water potential is more. Okay. So what is this water potential? What is this water potential? I will write a definition, then I will explain. This water potential is difference in the free energy. It is difference in the free energies. Free energy or chemical potential per unit molar volume. Free energy or chemical potential. Free energy only we are calling chemical potential. That free energy what we are measuring in the term of Avogadro's number, that is what chemical potential per unit molar volume of water, per unit molar volume of water. What is its concentration, volume of water in a system? In a system, what is the volume, molar volume of water in a system, and that of pure water, and that of pure water, same water potential of pure water at same pressure and temperature. At a constant temperature and pressure, at a constant temperature of pressure, pure water has some water potential. What we are saying, free energy or chemical potential is present for pure water. Pure water has some amount of chemical potential or water potential. In a system, when solutes are present in a water, when solutes are dissolved in a water, it also has some potential. The difference between potentials of water, listen carefully, the difference between potentials of water when water has solutes and water has no solutes. When water has solutes, it has some chemical potential. Water has solutes, then chemical potential is decreasing. See here, concentration, where greater the concentration of water, greater its kinetic energy. If solutes are present, means there is a decrease in the water potential. I told you, free energy will be decreasing. So when solutes are present, the water has some chemical potential or free energy. When there is no solutes, it has some free energy. That difference between chemical potentials, when solutes are present in water, solutes are absent in water. The two conditions, the difference in two potentials is called what? Water potential. The potential difference in the free energy or chemical energy of water when solutes are present and solutes are absent. The difference between two conditions, that is what we call water potential. Okay, that means water potential, when water potential is maximum? Water potential is maximum for pure water. When solutes are present, water potential will be decreased. Complete this, then I will tell you. Complete? Class Class is up to which time? What is the timetable timing? Based on the topic, I will tell you. If this topic is completed by 11:15, I will stop by 11:15. Otherwise, 5 to 10 minutes extra I will take. Yeah. Next. See here, I told you what? Water potential is maximum for pure water. Water potential is maximum for pure water. That maximum water potential is denoted as a symbol 0. Maximum potential is 0. Water potential is maximum when the water has no solute concentration. Maximum water potential is said to be 0. Okay. If a system contains a solute particles, then there is a decrease in the water. Okay. When two systems containing water are in contact with each other. One system has some water concentration, another system has another concentration of water. Here, the difference is there. When difference is there between two systems, there is a random movement of water molecules takes place based on the concentration. Random movement of water molecules will be taking place due to difference in the concentration. That will result in net movement of molecules from high concentration to low concentration, you know. So this results in movement of water molecules. Water molecules will be moving from area of high free energy to the system or area of low free energy. What is the area of high free energy? Two systems are in contact with each other. One has high free energy, another one has low free energy. Means from high free energy to low free energy there is movement. Okay. What is the medium with high free energy of water? The water whose solute concentration is less, pure water, that has more free energy. So what happens? Water movement is from high water potential to low water potential. High water potential to low water potential. High water potential means, what is high water potential? High water potential where solutes are less present. Low water potential means solutes are present more. From high water potential to low water potential is taking place. So high potential to low potential means what? This is along with potential gradient. This movement along with potential gradient. What is potential gradient? Along with potential gradient means from high concentration to low concentration or high potential to low potential. this process of movement along with concentration gradients. That means from high energy to low energy. That is what we can say, downward movements. Downward movements. Substances of that is high free energy to low free energy. Downwards movement. Downhill. Yeah, downhill, not downward. Uphill movement means low concentration to high concentration. High concentration to low concentration means downhill. From high free energy to low free energy is taking place due to potential difference in water. This is called what? Diffusion, we discussed. So, based on the water potential, there is movement of water molecules from high area of free energy to low free energy area. That movement is, which is from high potential to low potential, is called as what? Diffusion process. And this water potential term is there. That water potential term was given by a scientist, Taylor. Water potential term was given by Taylor. Slater, Taylor. Yeah. And the symbol of water potential is given a symbol psi, which we can write psi, P-S-I, which is a Greek symbol. The Greek symbol psi is used to designate, and it is measured. What water potential is measured? What units of measurement? Measured in bars. Water potential units of measurement is bar, and expressed in units pascals. Units of measurement of water potential is bar. Unit of expression of water potential is Pascal. What is bar? Pressure unit. What is bar? Pressure is expressed in terms of bar, right? What is a bar? Ten power 5 Pascal, huh? Yeah. 10 power 5 Pascal. 10 atmosphere, huh? Okay. Yeah, 10 atmospheric pressure. 10 power 5 Pascals is equal to 1 bar. 10 power 2 Pascals means 1 millibar. Bar means 14 point lb bar n square. 14.5 lbs bar n square at 750 mm of Hg, which is at standard temperature. Okay, note on this. Water potential of pure water is already I told you, which is 0 at standard temperature. At a normal temperature, the water potential of pure water is taken as 0. If any solutes are dissolving, then there is a decrease in the water potential. Presence of solutes gives to solute potential. If any solutes are present in water, then it gives rise to solute potential. Solute potential. See here, what is solute potential means? If any solute is dissolved in water, when a solute is dissolved in water, what will happen? Just now I told you, dissolved in a pure water. When a solute is dissolved in pure water, what will happen? The concentration of water will decrease. That will cause a decrease in free energy of the water. So what happens? Pure water, in that solution, free energy and concentration of water molecules decreases. When a solute is dissolved in pure water, the solution will be decreasing its free energy because there is a decrease in the concentration of the water. So that as the concentration of water is decreased and its free energy is decreased, that results in decrease of water potential. Water potential will be decreased for pure water when a solute molecule is dissolved in a water. Water potential will be decreasing. So that what we can say, when a solution is present, all solutions when solutes are present, they have less water potential than pure water. Okay, so all solutions, what is all solutions? Water with dissolved solutes. All solutions with solutes have less water potential. Less water potential than pure water. That means pure water has a 0. When water potential is less means it will go minus. Water potential is 0. Hence all solutions have lower water potential than pure water. Okay. Here the ratio of decrease, the magnitude or ratio of decrease or level of decreasing water potential is depending on concentration of solute. Just now I told you, solute concentration is more means water potential will be decreasing more. Okay, so this is what we can say. And the magnitude of decreasing water potential, how much amount is decreasing? Magnitude of decreasing water potential is called solute potential. When solute is present, it has some capacity to decrease the water potential. When a solute is present in water, that solute has a capacity to decrease the solute potential, that is what we call solute potential expressed as psi s, which is always negative. Solute potential is always negative, which is lower than normal solute water normal water potential. More solute molecules, more negative the solute potential. More solute concentration, then more negative the solute potential. If solute concentration is increasing, means solute potential will also be increasing. Increasing means more negative. Okay, like that we can say. For a solution at a normal atmospheric pressure, water potential is equal to solute potential. I will tell you. At normal pressure, when there is no external pressure, water potential is equal to solute potential. For normal solution at atmospheric pressure, normal pressure, there is no change in the pressure. So solute potential is responsible to maintain water potential in one way. Okay, right. Solute potential. One more potential is there which can maintain water potential, that we will see. Pressure potential. Pressure potential. Due to applying of some pressure, there may be movement of molecules from one area to another area. If a pressure than normal atmospheric pressure is applied, if a pressure than atmospheric pressure is applied, atmospheric pressure means normal pressure, so solute potential is equal to water potential. Okay, no problem. When atmospheric pressure is applied to pure water, or a solution, pressure more than atmospheric pressure is applied, then what will happen? Water has some potential at normal atmospheric pressure. If more pressure is applied, then water potential increases. From external source, pressure is applied, water potential increases. How? It is like pumping of water from one place to another place. Pumping of water from one place to another place. From one place to other place, we are pumping water by applying external force or external pressure. So that normal water has atmospheric pressure, normal movements. When external pressure is applied than atmospheric pressure, then there is increase. Yeah, wait 1 minute, I will complete. Okay, this is what we can say. This pressure potential is usually positive. Pressure potential is usually positive, but solute potential is generally always negative, but pressure potential is usually positive. Okay, this pressure potential is denoted and it is denoted as phi p. Pressure potential is denoted as phi p. So this water potential is affected by both solute potential and pressure potential, right? Water potential is affected by both solute potential and pressure potential. Phi S and phi P both are affecting. So the relationship can be given like this. The relationship between water potential, pressure potential, solute potential. Water potential is equal to solute potential plus pressure potential. Water potential is equal to solute potential plus pressure potential. Solute potential is always negative. Solutes are added means this solute potential will be increasing and water potential will be decreasing. Pressure is applied means water potential is increasing. If we combine that solute potential and pressure potential both, then we'll get water potential. This is about water potential. In next class, we'll see different potentials of water in different conditions. When cell has more water, when cell is filled with more water, how potential will be there? If a cell lost water, then how potential will be there? That cases. In different cases, how water potential of a cell is differing, that we will see in next class. Thank you.